Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I've taken off my windscreen and I'm taking off my headphones because you know what?
What?
Those headphones are gross on a good day.
But you have a hat on.
And I'm not taking my hat because I haven't washed my hair in whatever, only like 5 days, but that's enough for me.
Okay.
That's a long time for hair like mine to go.
Yeah. Well, you look so healthy and beautiful.
Thanks.
And vibrant.
Not.
And alive.
I am alive.
Yeah.
Everyone who's listening is alive.
Should we keep this light on? What do you think? It's so dark.
Do we usually?
It's so dark. Well,
Do we usually have a light on
no,
here?
no, we don't. It's just dark today because it's
is dark
pouring
today.
rain.
This rain is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of doomsday rain, right?
Well, it's washing. It's washing away the outsides of our car door handles and things. So, let it.
Mother Nature,
rip.
let her do her work. Yeah, she's good. Thank you, Mother Nature.
I brought a big jug of disinfecting wipes into the studio today, but when I got here, I saw that the studio had already been disinfected. So
By Courtney.
right on.
Yeah, she's so good. She's great.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Glad
Welcome, guys.
we're here. So
It's so nice to see everyone without seeing everyone.
this is the opposite of social distancing.
It's not the opposite.
Well, except
of
there's
social
about
distancing.
6 feet between us.
Yes.
So
John asked that this morning. He was like, "Are you setting a good example? Because you're the one who talks about, has been really, really, really obsessed with social distancing." And I said, "Christina and I are 6 feet away."
yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Although we were 2 feet.
I guess it's a small room out there.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I had to see the text from your grandchildren, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. Are you scared of me?
I'm not scared of you. I am not scared of my health or my family's health. Probably somebody's going to get it. Probably one of us will get it because they are actually saying right now, they are projecting 70% of Germany will get this. That's not what I'm afraid of, guys. I'm afraid of the hospitals being overloaded at once, and that is a really bad situation because that means deaths. It means deaths for no reason because you can't get treated.
You know, what I had first on my list here
What?
was to ask you.
Show?
No, was to ask you the question: should we talk about the coronavirus or not? But we just launched right into it.
My list is kind of half that, but not.
Yeah. Well, let's like ease into it.
I
we don't
see
have
that
to
you just have
hit
written the
that
word doom at the top of your list.
Well, that was kind of a joke to myself.
Oh,
Doom.
ha.
Yeah. Yeah, and spelled backwards is mood. What kind of mood?
The doom mood.
Yeah.
We should probably introduce the station.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
guess. I mean, the show and the station.
Sure.
Although Courtney probably did all our dirty work for us a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
We should practice, though.
I know. We should just practice being better people. Okay. If this has taught us nothing else, what are you doing? Oh, she's shutting off the light. I'm fine with the dark.
Hi, Abe.
Abe is here. Abe made me feel so much better.
Yeah, dogs are great.
There's a lovely... excuse me. I don't have anything.
How old is he? He's old.
He's old.
He looks
a sweet,
old.
sweet, old, shaggy boy.
He came right up to me to say hi.
I love Abe.
So I petted him.
Abe should just be here all the time.
Yeah.
He used to come to work with Todd more often, but I haven't seen him for a while, so it was nice to see him. Anyway, the work that I'm speaking of is our show, 11th Hour Radio, that broadcasts live every Friday from Royalton Community Radio, WFVR LP 96.5 with Christina Stikos and Emily Haut. And I think we have a huge... Don't we have our yearly annual campaign fund coming up? But there's
canceled.
No, I know that the event is canceled.
No, it's canceled.
No, it doesn't mean that people can't send money.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's going to
Not that anyone has any money anymore, but...
Yeah, but it'll kick in later in the spring.
You can't barter your eggs and...
Yeah, send
the
us
radio station.
eggs and things.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If you have money, send it because that would be cool.
Yeah,
And
like...
this
the
station needs
likes
to keep
money.
on keeping on.
Yeah, it's a good station, isn't it?
It's
a nice little station. It's just so nice. I love coming here. I just couldn't not come here.
I know.
I will keep coming.
It was hard to think about, like, should I, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I weighed all the pros and cons, and I figured it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, of course, Courtney's before us, and she disinfects everything, so we didn't have to worry.
She's a maniac, and I was planning on doing it anyhow. So.
I can touch this. I'm touching this, right? Does that give you the creeps that I'm touching this?
No, Christina, it doesn't give me the creeps.
Yeah, I feel good.
You know what was cool on the way down here? After I got done cursing the mud on my road, although I gotta say, the town crew has done a freaking amazing job this morning. It's so bad. It's just so bad. And I was still able to take my Prius down my road without ripping the entire bottom of it off. And that is like 5 stars for the town crew because holy crud.
The Chelsea town crew also.
You know, those are the kind of jobs to have right now because they're already social distanced. They're riding around in their truck all day. They're spreading and plowing and digging. Gardeners are good. Yeah. Line workers are good.
There's a lot of good jobs.
There's a lot of those like kind of jobs that people poo-poo that are like probably the safest. But
I'm glad cafes are open and stuff. I won't hesitate to go to a cafe. I'm going to go get some
I can't just because I have so many elderly people in my life. Like so many.
You're
like,
more phobic than I am about it.
I was already more phobic than you. But you know, John's folks are 90 and 96. I help take care of my grandmother who's in her 90s.
Yeah.
There's their time left on earth is so short and precious as it is. I just don't want to frig with that.
Yeah. I can see your point of view.
Yeah.
You know, it's a reasonable point of view.
I know. That's why I have it.
Yeah. You're very reasonable. You're a Virgo, and Virgo is about health, actually.
Oh, really?
It's the health sign.
See, I don't pay attention to what I'm about, but I guess.
Yeah, so you have a good balanced attitude about it. You know,
I did eat a lot of dirt as a child, though.
That's good. That's built up your immune system, right?
I don't think I have a great immune system. It's not happy now just because I'm so broken from the stupid ski accident a couple weeks ago. This is the thing. I have all the symptoms of all the bad stuff going around, but I know it's from skiing. Like I've messed up my neck and I have constant headaches. I know that's what it's from.
Yeah.
I'm not even screwing around.
Yeah. You should see a chiropractor.
I know, but germs.
No, they'll disinfect.
I made John sit on my back last night.
That's good. My kids used to walk on my back.
When my kids were littler.
That was fun.
Now they're like
too big.
150 pounds.
Yeah, that's not so good.
Or one is.
But on your pelvis.
Yeah.
Just like tell them to stand there.
The cat did it the other day. It didn't really seem to do much though.
Yeah, the cat's good. Yeah.
Oh, so I was going to say before I launched into my road talk. It was so cool. Coming down my road, I saw something billowing in the distance, and I said, "What's that?" And my mind just wasn't even on it. And then I realized it was Danforth's Sugar House, just boiling away.
Wow, nice.
And I had to crank down my window and just get a little whiff through the rain as I went by. It was nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's great.
My dad's sugaring right now too, so
Where?
I can't at his house.
Yeah, I can see you're social distancing from your microphone just a little bit. That's okay.
I took the screen off of it too.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm just being
No, I'm cool.
A person that is slightly concerned.
No, it's great. I mean, there's so many good things going on in life. We just have to remember. I made celery juice this week.
Oh God, you know how I feel about celery.
But you haven't had the juice. It's actually really good.
I bet it's gross.
No, it's so good. And I forced myself to actually do it before the celery went bad. Ugh. And I was so rewarded. I had a whole cup of it. I just scooped it on down.
What color is the celery juice?
It's beautiful, beautiful, like luminescent green. It's beautiful. You feel so beautiful. It makes you feel like a princess.
Aren't they like pink? Aren't celery veins like pink, or is it all just kind of greeny?
It's pretty green. Yeah. So that was good. That was good news.
I don't know about that.
I was feeling
I'll give it to you.
Pretty proud. Yeah. So let's see what else is good.
Today is my dog Maeve's birthday.
Oh, and my brother Marek's birthday.
Also starting
Fantastic. With an M. That's so good. Happy birthday
in March.
Maeve and Marek.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Maeve is 6. I keep trying. Like she's a huge dog, and I know huge dogs don't live very long. So, and she already has been starting to act a little stiff when she gets up from laying down for a long time. And so I've been trying to make her go on like softer places, like their dog beds, but she insists on sleeping on the brick floor by the front door so she can watch the pigeons and things.
Yeah.
And I just. don't understand. I moved one of her beds over there, but it was kind of a pain because then the door was like banging.
It's hard to
it.
get in and out.
Just wish she would understand that her old hips would be so much happier if she slept on the soft thing.
Yeah. Well, when she's watching pigeons, she's in bliss, so she's just not thinking about her body so much. But, I am not hoarding.
No, me neither.
But I did buy a 50-pack of organic Pacific Coast sushi nori.
Oh, you again.
It's so
okay.
You cannot believe
how
how
coming
amazing.
To your house in the apocalypse.
No, I'm telling you, I would take it over toilet paper any day.
What is with the toilet paper freak out? Okay, I grew up like off the grid with hippie parents. Like we did always have toilet paper, obviously, even though we had an outhouse. But guys, there's like you don't actually need toilet paper. Do you have an old like towel? You could cut it into little squares, keep it in a basket, and then throw it into a soapy jug of water. It's like diapers, whatever, and then you wash it. It's like it's not the end of the world. Like you can totally
and moss. Some people prefer moss anyway.
I don't really want little moss bits stuck to my butt. But
that's
okay if you do.
Water's good too. You can just hop in the bathtub. I have
zero concern about toilet paper.
Well, great. Sue, good. Yeah.
But that's me being a jerk too, because we have more toilet paper because we run a wedding business. So in the summer we had to stock up on like all the porta potty toilet paper. So we have just like a lot.
So you provide it for people.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's nice
of
you.
Months.
That's really nice that you do that.
But anyway.
Yeah. So I've been eating a lot of sushi. Vegetarian sushi with avocado and like sweet chili sauce and tamari and the avocado. No, it doesn't have fish in it.
Nori tastes fishy to me. No, the seaweedy taste is the taste that reminds me of fish.
Not nori.
The green, the green
flat
papery
stuff.
Nori. Yeah, I think it tastes like seaweed because it is seaweed.
Okay, well,
and seaweed has a fishy thing about it.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well, you have sensitive taste buds.
It comes from the same place that fish do.
Yeah, you're sensitive.
I'm really sensitive.
About certain smells and tastes and stuff because you don't even like maple syrup.
I like the smell of it.
Yeah.
I like just a tiny little smidge of it maybe on sugar.
So maybe a tiny little smell of seaweed just to remind you of the ocean, but don't get closer.
I just can't
Don't eat it. Like, don't put it in your mouth.
No way. No.
Yeah. Okay, I'll eat some for you.
Okay.
Because I love it. It's so good.
John was laughing because a couple weeks ago I ordered, all right, I have this fixation with Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
And the ones from Canada have less of the bad like dyes and chemicals in them.
How do you know it's from Canada?
Well, I ordered like bulk Fruit Loops from Canada, and it looked like I was a crazy person like stocking up on Fruit Loops when they finally just came.
So impressed
and John was
by
like,
you.
Oh, this is what your necessities are. And I was like, no, you don't understand. I didn't order these like with that in mind. I ordered them so that I could still maybe have them once in a while without the bad chemicals.
Yeah, and they're so well packaged, they'll probably last for a decade.
No kidding.
If you need to hoard Fruit Loops, it's a good choice.
Yeah.
Because a lot of other stuff's going to go bad.
I know.
I might get a bag of rice. I was thinking if I just had a bag of rice, maybe a bag of, what do you call it? Black beans. Dried black beans. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Because Vermont farmers...
We have a lot of pets.
Yeah, Vermont farmers are going to have lots of food they can grow in greenhouses and stuff. I think Vermont, we're in a good spot to sit this whole thing out,
we
right?
We have, like, milk and eggs and all the things, like, basically next door to us.
We're good to go. Yeah.
I mean, we're not good to go. It's all really crummy right now, actually.
I don't know.
And I've recommended that children not go to school and things like that.
Yeah,
but again, it's not. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just. You got to move ahead of the game. You have to. It's like chess. You have to think. Your strategy has to be one step ahead, or else you lose. That's just the deal.
Right. That's one approach to it. And I think I understand I have a lot of friends with that approach, and I have a different approach.
That's totally fine.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go into it later. I'll go into some of these other theories, but I don't want to get you mad at me. I don't want you to get mad at you. I think you might get mad.
I'm not going to get mad at you.
You just dismiss my thinking.
I know. Everybody has a right to their
we could practice like what we're supposed to be social. Yeah, we could practice it because people have such a problem online of saying stuff that's really radically different because they get so mad at
you
each
and I
other.
argue like every time, every single day, and it's like doesn't actually ever matter. So
yeah, usually it ends up just laughing.
It's
right. So that's the way it should be.
I think we could even argue about like really drastically, completely opposite or more serious things than we do, and I think it would still be okay.
Yeah, because if you want to live in a box of hand sanitizer for the next 3 months, that's fine. It's your choice.
I don't want to.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know what is kind of cool?
Yeah.
My sister, Myra, is actually starting a little tiny, since she's also taking her kids out of school, is starting a tiny little miniature school for their neighborhood, which is kind of neat. Like
they're taking their kids out of school.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the schools are just going to be closing anyway, but
okay,
I'm taking
mine.
Well,
good for her.
Lots of people are taking. It's just a I think it sends a little message.
Well, it's good to practice taking charge of your own life, right? That you can be in charge of education, you can be in charge of your own health. Just take charge.
Immediately horrible for some of the things that I canceled, but then here comes a train.
Oh, hold on. Courtney's looking out. Courtney's here still.
Courtney's here still.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. I don't know if we're going to be able to hear it.
See, coronavirus didn't stop Amtrak.
Whatevs, Christina.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's back.
Which it?
My long underwear's back on.
Oh my God.
I know it's so cold
this morning.
I was freezing this morning.
I hate it.
Yeah, it feels good. I feel more safe in it. I feel protected. It's my kind of hand sanitizer, my long underwear. Keeps germs out of my legs. Anyway. You know, it's like I'm gonna have to deal with ticks like next month. So I'm thinking, well, what can I wear like a wetsuit to work?
Right.
How
Mother
about a
Nature,
wetsuit?
calm the F down. I've just about.
I know there's so many pandemics.
She needs to let up for a minute here. One or the other. Or people are just gonna go crazy. I mean, you know what? I think silver lining.
Yeah, I like those.
We are basically going to reinvent America.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
I know that's horrifying and disappointing to like a whole bunch of people.
That is so exciting to me.
But you know what? Everything in the whole entire world that has ever happened was like happened for a first time at one point, and now that's this, I guess.
You're so wise for your age.
I'm a million. What are you talking about?
Usually you're...
Just because you're 1,000,001 doesn't mean you have to pick on my youth.
You usually don't get so philosophical. It's usually you're like giving us like housekeeping tips and how to knit and stuff like that.
I don't know how to knit.
Well, I didn't. I was just using that as an example. We actually have a listener who listens to us while knitting, and she's left us a message on YouTube. Did you read that? You should go see.
I almost never go to our YouTube page. I feel terrible.
I guess I get the. I
never see that.
Yeah, I get the notifications.
Remember, I tried to set us up a YouTube channel once, and I got like shell shocked because now all of my email is broken, and all of it comes to Christina and Emily, and all of my children's teachers who don't know me very well think that I'm a gay woman and that we are a couple, and that's all of my email comes to Christina and Emily.
I'm so sorry.
And they're like, "Do your moms want to talk about like?" And I'm, your science grade right now?
Oh, well, it's just a funny joke that happened sort of by accident.
I can't seem to change my email now that I tried to set our YouTube channel up from Emily and Christina. So
sorry. I'm so sorry.
There are worse people to be gay with, so.
That's a kind of backhanded compliment, but I'll take it. Okay, we have a song. Woo. This is Louis Franco. And let's see. It's called All in Stride.
Just take it all in stride, they say. Soon there will come a brighter day. I tell them I'm all right, okay. I'm taking it all in stride. Open up the newspaper, flip it to to the funny pages. Haven't read a comic that made me laugh in ages. Headlines get past me.
Why?
Fellas, don't ask me. I guess my blues are front page news to me.
Peace in the Middle East.
That's groovy, but what's it to me?
FBI solves the crime.
I'll read all about it another time. All I seem to read are Dear John letters telling me I'm sad and selfish. Gonna have to brood on that, put on that facade. I'm taking it all in stride, thinking of all the times I stumbled down the wrong winding road, following the crowd or fleeing from it, feeling like a toad. But if I sat and cried each time, I'd ruin every single day, just boo-hooing. So I keep doing what I'm doing, taking it all in stride. Taking it all in stride, thinking of all the times I stumbled down the wrong winding road, following the crowd or fleeing from it, feeling like a toad. But if I sat and cried each time, I'd ruin every single day, just boo-hooing. So I keep doing what I'm doing, hopping along, singing this song, taking it all in stride, yeah, taking it all in stride. Taking it all in stride, 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 taking it all in stride.
Louis Franco. Thanks, Louis.
I didn't get to listen to it because I'm not touching the headphones. I could kind of hear it coming out of the headphones.
Yeah, we were too busy talking about collecting acorns to make acorn flour when the food shortages start, right?
No.
Just kidding. Emily has enough food because John buys too much, she said. So they're all good. And I have my 50 pack.
Start picking off if you have to. Oh my God.
Your livestock.
Would
your
you
pets.
die before you became a not vegetarian?
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, would I eat? If I was starving, would I eat meat? Yes, probably. Yeah. Just like cavemen, they had to. If you have to, then you can eat it. If you don't have, if you have a choice, why not choose to alleviate a little suffering?
I might die before I ate your celery and
no, I'm gonna trick you. I'm gonna tell you it's some like fancy drink, and I'm gonna give it to you. Oh my God! Or I could put alcohol in it.
But I don't like alcohol.
That's good for the coronavirus. Is like alcohol. That's why they named it after beer. You just put vodka in celery juice, and you just shoot that down. The gullet, old gullet.
I think you're wrong.
Throw it back. It'll sanitize your tonsils. Well, that's my approach.
Oh,
I have a lot of interesting approaches.
I saw I'm crossing eat the pets off of my list now.
Okay, good. We don't have to talk about that anymore.
What was I looking at this morning? Some article came by about like people going on first dates, second dates, and all that stuff during times of quarantine. And it was saying, like, as long as you're out with like one person or something and you're pretty sure they're safe, like, you don't have to stop dating. But if you're a little concerned, it was giving people like tips for dating during a quarantine. And it was saying that you should just get really creative with your text messages. And I was like, oh my God, all these years they've been telling people not to go around sexting other people. And now they're like, do it. That's like what they're saying, Christine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And all this toilet paper hoarding, like, who's hoarding the condoms? Like, there's going to be so many kids out of this. Seriously. What?
That always happens. That happens at times of crisis. That always happens, like world wars and stuff.
I've heard that. It's like a panic. It's like a quick, like, make more people if in case.
Yeah.
It's strange. It's like it's an instinctual thing left over from God knows when, but interesting.
Yes. Well, viruses are contagious, but so are panic and fear and hysteria.
I know.
Yeah. So you want to hear the interesting alternate theories?
What?
And I won't.
Are these about aliens or space?
Well, they could be. I mean, disclosure is happening slowly. Disclosure. They keep like dropping little hints and stuff and trying to get us to.
But I have a space thing that I can even say, and you know how much I hate space.
Yeah, tell me.
The maps from space of our country and our whole world right now are actually amazing, because since another silver lining, since China is so shut down, it's like almost halted their global warming for a second, or climate. I mean, it's like it's like, boom, you can actually tell the difference in the ozone layer or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't remember now what it said.
There's not as much
I read it a couple days
pollution.
ago.
There's not as much pollution coming out because certain things have stopped. Yeah. But that's one theory, is that this is a Chinese government psyop. That's one theory, that the whole virus is created by the Chinese government. I don't believe that one.
If I was going to go for a conspiracy theory, I would say it's Mother Nature's own conspiracy theory, because she's just like, hold up, guys. You haven't listened to me. Let me show you who's boss.
So, okay, so you don't think it's a bioweapon?
I don't know.
You don't think it was created?
Kendra said it was from people eating pangolins.
Oh, jeez. Let's spread some more misinformation.
No, it did
what
originate
is that? I don't know. What a
pangolin?
What is that? Is that like a penguin?
No. It looks like between an anteater and an armadillo.
But nobody knows what that is. So how could that be it?
Right. It's a wild animal that's a delicacy in China.
Oh, I see.
No, I think studies have proven that it did definitely come from people eating an infected wild animal. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. I think it was made in a lab.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was made in a lab.
But the pangolins are super, super cute. Have you seen them? People shouldn't be eating them.
Well, animals are all cute. I mean, all animals are cute, right? Is that a reason not to kill them because they're cute?
I don't care for what's not cute. Let's see. I don't find turkeys very cute. Do you?
No, not really.
I hate their like hangy waddle thing. It's just gross.
They're in the road all the time.
Like,
I keep running, well, not literally running into them, but they keep like slowing me down in my fast-paced life. You know, I'll come up to a flock of turkeys and I'll have to actually slow the car down. Can you imagine such a thing? Can you imagine?
What else is not cute?
Okay. Well, wait, I wanted to talk.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you go.
So here's some of the theories. Okay, so there's a theory that the big boys who run the world, like the controllers, right, the cabal, that they're just trying to create this economic collapse, and that's what this is. They're just creating it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one idea. I mean, it's a legitimate theory. Another interesting theory is that it's a cover-up. It's covering the 5G rollout, which is...
What's that?
That's like the next generation of internet, where they're putting these microwave transmitters, which are basically a modified weapon system, into certain cities. And it just so happened that 5G has been rolled out in Wuhan and Milan just recently. So...
my new internet is 5G.
No, not yet. We don't have it in Vermont.
It says 5G when you click on it, when it comes up on your settings.
Yeah, but you'd see the transmitters like every 50 feet or something.
We had to just redo our whole like Fairpoint contract or whatever.
Really? I didn't get that memo.
And so they came and redid all of our stuff like a couple weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to get ready for 5G. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But I didn't think Vermont was... I think Vermont's going to fight it.
5G.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to fight it because it is a weapon system. It's a microwaves weapon system. So it's not so good for human health.
Well, none of this stuff.
Well, what that's the whole point.
Even
Is there
psychologically, it's all of our online use is not that healthy for human health.
Yeah, it's a push-pull, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's got pluses and minuses.
I didn't think that I had a huge addiction to it, but when I thought of, like, what if I just didn't look at the internet for an entire day and just went about my business and didn't check in, how terrified I would actually feel if I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Would you feel isolated?
I don't know if I'd feel isolated, but I'd feel vulnerable. I'd feel like things were happening that I didn't know about, and somehow knowing feels like you can control it. Even it's not. I don't know. I don't know what I felt. It just
you
felt,
could be prepared.
It felt scary to think of
perhaps.
actually not looking at it.
Yeah.
Although when we go on vacation once a year, like I don't look at it for almost an entire
but
week.
you're not at home.
But it's
it's different when you're at home because you have certain habits of looking at
it's
it.
A purposeful distancing.
Yeah, if you get in a car and you drive away and you have this whole other agenda.
Yeah, you
then
feel
maybe
like you can leave it. You can let it go.
Yeah, you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the internet's important right now for people to stay in touch, but it's both a vehicle of great misinformation as well as an incredible tool for people to communicate with each other. So I can't, I fall on both sides of the tracks there.
Make sure that I don't say the word like so much today. If you see me saying it, you just like throw the disinfecting wipes at me or something.
I don't really care how you talk.
No, I didn't think that I was saying it as much lately, but then I happened to listen to our last show because I wanted to hear how stupid we were that week.
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I was like, I think that was a pretty stupid show.
Yeah.
So I wanted to listen and confirm my awkward.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, you kind of wanted to size it up. Like, was it a 6?
Right. It was low. You were fine. I actually said the word like every couple words, and that's a pet peeve of mine, and I only do it when I really am talking fast. It just slips in. I was blabbing a ton last week, and so there it was.
What's different about this week?
I'm making a conscious effort to not say it.
Yeah.
But I just thought of it like 2 minutes ago, so I probably said it a bunch. I just said it. I probably said it a bunch before I started thinking about it.
Okay. Well,
Why
nobody's
do we need that little word. Why do I use it?
Because we try to talk like other people are talking. We like to fit in. So however other people talk over time, we just kind of all adapt to each other's forms of speech and tonalities and all kinds of things.
I'm curious if it's as noticeable to other people as it is to me when I listen to myself.
No, because it's part of how a lot of people talk. In certain situations, you might notice it with certain kinds of people, but other kinds of people, like Kendra, for example, you wouldn't think twice about saying like 20 times in a 5-minute conversation, would you?
No, I think I wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice it because she's going to do it too.
It's almost invisible to me when I'm speaking.
She does it too, probably. I mean, we all do it. It's not just her. But
what was the word before like? Was it I mean, people say a lot.
Well, um's an old standby.
Right.
We're not going to get rid of Different countries have a different form of
prefer to like. I almost wish I said instead of like.
A. In Canada, they say A.
Right.
And different countries, they have... It's nice to hear the different ums from the different countries. I kind of like that. Yeah.
Like is just not it's not my favorite. So I'm upset that I've become so dependent on it. My snowdrops are up. The crocuses are kind of starting to poke up.
Yeah, my
I don't want to I don't want to scare them, but I wanted to tell them like, I said it again. I wanted to tell them
to back off.
Hold on.
But they always do it. They always somehow seem to survive. They send up those shoots and then it snows and somehow they carry on.
Too. Every year I take a cliche photograph of snow-covered daffodils.
Yeah. It's part of the fun of spring.
What were they
unfolding.
thinking? But here they were, and then it was okay, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was a plant, I would wait until it was super safe to come up.
Yes.
That's just my personality.
Yes, sure.
You know.
As a Virgo. Yeah, I know.
I'm not
Play it
taking
safe.
the risks.
Yeah.
But I'm not a plant, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't judge their choices.
Right. We're consumers, basically.
Yeah.
We consume things. Like I consumed, I shopped this week. I did some very, very careful online shopping.
I did too.
I bought parts for my Felco pruners. I had to figure out, have you ever looked at a pair of pruners and seen all the complicated little, bells and whistles on pruners that hold them together?
The springs and the little
Yeah.
thumb latches that
Yes.
close them and stuff.
So you have to
Yeah.
go to a specialty store and look. They have this fancy diagram that basically takes the whole thing apart. You have to, and even then, it's hard to figure out which repair kit you need. But it took me an hour. I finally figured it out, and I'm so happy to
See, I
say
would give up.
it's
I
coming.
would just be ordering different new pruners altogether and
Yeah.
be wasteful. And
I know, it's so
I'm
much-
proud that you're not wasteful like that.
Yeah. Well, you kind of love your tools better if you fix them. You get so fond of them. You really do. In fact, I got,
See,
how
that's the first sign in a hoarding. I have to always yell at John because every time a shovel or a mop breaks, he saves the handle. Like who is really
stopped
going
doing
to
that.
go
I stopped
and
that.
replace their mop head
Yeah.
100 million times?
I used to do that.
And
Like
now
hoe,
that
like a
the
hoe or
shovels
an
break,
axe, like
I
axe
say,
handles.
No, we're gonna
Yeah.
throw it. We're gonna throw it away because you already have a whole barrel of different sticks and handles
And rusty axe heads
that have
without
never been
handles.
replaced.
Because axes, you break the handles usually. And then you don't want to throw away.
Actually, those are cool because every year at the Tunbridge Fair, when my kids work in the antique museum area with me, they do woodworking up there, and so they make axe handles all day long. So we bring our pile of old axe heads, and they make new handles for them.
Oh,
And it gives them something to
fantastic.
do for 4 days, and people are fascinated. Like, oh, look at what that child is doing.
Yeah. Now that's a good use of time.
It is. Well,
I mean,
it's
that's
a way
the
to
kind-
waste time because your purpose is to do something historically accurate. So it kind of
But
works there.
why is that less useful to the soul than, say, looking at the internet? Like making an axe handle.
I'm sure it's not.
It's because it's the process. It's the process of making something and caring about how you relate to this piece of wood and are making a tool or repurposing a tool. And that feeds that nourishes the soul, actually. So I think that's a great activity.
Okay.
In fact, making pot holders is much the same. I mean, not quite as skilled, but if you want to pick something doesn't take a lot of skill, then
Do you have a hidden stash of pot holders? Because I know
do.
you love to make them.
I do. I
But
have
I've never
it.
seen an overflowing
What, the-
amount of pot holders in your kitchen.
I have 15.
in your kitchen.
Yeah, in the basket.
Oh, they're in a basket. Okay.
Yeah.
I just am thinking there's usually 2 or 3 in a little stack, kind of to the left of your stove.
Yes, and there's more where
Okay.
those came from.
All
There's
right.
yeah. So don't worry. And I'm gonna make some fresh ones for Christmas. I'm gonna start
Oh,
now. I
nice.
just decided that since we have this pandemic thing, we might as well make more pot holders and just share the love.
Absolutely.
So and they're so
Pot
colorful.
holders for all.
Yeah, and it doesn't take. You don't have to be crafty. You don't have to be smart. You don't even have to be happy.
Maybe I'll paint more. What will be my craft of choice? I don't know.
Yeah, pick one.
Well,
What do you like to do?
I have a lot of just stuff.
Don't say popsicle
do.
sticks. I think that's kind of a gross
No.
craft project.
I don't like popsicle stick things.
Yeah.
Actually, first, I'm going to clean the house because
Wash windows.
no, I hate windows. It would take the day you see me washing windows, you'll
No,
know
no.
that the
If
world is
if
actually
you're
ending.
if you're selling your house, you're going to wash windows because
Oh, I'm not selling my house.
Yeah, well,
I don't even own my house.
I
so
washed
can't
windows
really
this
sell it.
week, and I really got into it. And I haven't washed
Cool.
my windows the whole time I lived in the house for 20 years, except Cindy Ross once washed my windows for me.
What?
Yeah, she and Patrick were working at the house doing some plastering, and she just started washing the windows, which I
She's
thought
a
was
pretty
cool.
clean,
It's kind of
clean girl.
yeah, and she's just helpful, So that
She is
there was
helpful.
one time that the windows were actually clean,
Wow.
and now I'm getting to explore the joy of washing the windows with vinegar
I wash
spray.
the sliding glass door pretty often because the dog noses on
Yeah,
it
that
are pretty bad. Sometimes you
smears.
can't see out of it because they're so smeary.
Right.
But as for the windows, I haven't really done
Yeah, that's
much
like
in the way of window
slugs too.
washing.
Slugs leave a trail.
Slugs are climbing up your windows?
Well, I'm just saying it's like...
Oh, it's like dog nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, time for another song.
Okay.
It's like dog nose. Can I quote you in the future? Yeah, that's
Yes.
like dog nose.
That was a time that I'm not upset about my using of the word like, because it was used in the appropriate way.
Yes, it's in the appropriate way. Very good. Yeah. Okay, so this is called Rock Bottom Blues. This is Lori Oz.
First thing this morning, called my boss a jerk. Got myself fired, now I'm out of work. Things happen for a reason, so what can you do when you catch those rock bottom blues? Rock bottom blues, they'll kick you when you're down. Rock bottom blues, they're the bluest blues around. You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back on your feet. When you catch them rock bottom blues, ooh, that ain't no treat. What goes up is sure to come down. You can fly high, but you'll still hit the ground. Folks tell me things happen in threes. Well, in my life, that's true, apparently. Rock bottom blues, they'll kick you when you're down. Rock bottom blues, they're the bluest blues around. You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back on your feet. When those rock bottom blues come round, ooh, that ain't no treat. When those blues come a-knocking, don't you open up that door. The only way to find them blues is to even up the score. So get off of that chair, roll out of that bed. Rock bottom blues got no place inside your head. Rock bottom blues, they'll kick you when you're down. Rock bottom blues, they're the bluest blues around. You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back on your feet. Show those rock bottom blues who's boss. Ooh, they're feeling sweet. Rock bottom blues, they'll kick you when you're down. Rock bottom blues, they're the bluest blues around. You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back on your feet. Show those rock bottom blues who's boss. Ooh, that feeling sweet. Show those rock bottom blues who's boss. Ooh, that feeling sweet. So sweet.
Okay, that was a quick ending. You never quite know how they're going to end a song.
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, I have a gardening question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, let me get done yawning.
Hit me.
You know when you get like tulips at the grocery store in a pot and give them to people or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Can you put those in the ground afterward and will they come back the next year?
Yeah, eventually. They kind of get a little stressed by just being on the wrong cycle, I think. But you always should throw stuff in the ground just in case. It should survive. Yeah, because they want to be in the ground. They'll make themselves happy down there.
I forgot though. I brought some to my grandmother a couple weeks ago, and then finally they ran their course, and she told me to take them when I went so I could plant them, but I forgot to, and I have some at my house too that I need
great.
to do.
You should do that, but I would recommend buying stuff at garden centers, not at grocery stores, because they've put icky sprays on
I know.
stuff,
I don't usually buy plants at grocery stores. John is a huge sucker for if he sees a plant and he feels like it's sad where it is, he brings it home.
I hear you.
And I
that's a good practice.
I know, but
it's just unfortunately
I've had to stop him from buying all the sad-looking plants in the Home Depot parking lot. Because all of them are treated with the neonicotinoids or whatever that kill bees, and
they don't look too happy.
Which John knows a lot about since he's on the agriculture
he's on
and
the
forestry
bee committee,
and he thinks that neonicotinoids are. Am I saying that right? I should know by now. My brain.
I never tried to say it out loud on the radio, so I wouldn't dare.
Are the most deadly things for our pollinators.
Yeah, I want to see those bees come back, and they will. I'm going to make sure they do.
There was a funny meme that, years ago, people used to be like, oh no, a bee, quick. And they'd get a folded newspaper. And now people are like, a bee, oh, can I get you something? Want a drink? Do you want to borrow the car?
That's true. Oh, more drama at the cat bowl. You know what I'm saying? Bowl. Yeah, the cat bowl. The whole cat bowl thing.
Yep.
Yeah, she'll only eat it halfway down and then she stops. And I kept thinking she's just being fussy, right? And I was kind of mad at her for being so fussy and prissy and stupid. But I thought, no, wait a minute. This cat's a very zen cat. If this cat is behaving this way, she probably has a darn good reason. So I just kind of went into a deep meditation about it. I mean, just casually. I didn't make a whole point of lying down. I mean, maybe I was on the couch. Maybe I was reclining. But I had an epiphany about it.
What was it?
Well, you see, this cat was a stray cat that was starving when it was a kitten. It was starving. It lived out at Will's store, eating out of garbage cans and stuff, right? And then my kids brought it home. So I think what it is that she doesn't want to see the bowl empty because then she gets into this state of food insecurity. She wants the bowl to always have food, and she doesn't want it. She freaks out when she sees an empty bowl. That's because she doesn't know. She just has this kind of visceral response to it that the food is gone, and it's scary.
My cats are the exact opposite. They're little butt heads who they like to chase each other around at night when everyone's sleeping, up and down the back stairs and then down the front stairs, thundering as loud as horses going through your hallways. But our back stairs has been repurposed into a pantry. That's the way it's been for years because nobody uses the back stairs anymore because we're not a big old farmhouse with servants or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, but near the stairs, I stack things in bags like potato chips, and the cats always happen to nick them with their claws as they go through. So we always have stale potato chips because they
pop holes.
Popped holes in our bags, and I don't notice because they have this one racetrack that they do at night, and I've just got to move all the potato chips into a different place because their racetrack, one of their favorite obstacles is, I guess, going over the potato chip bags.
Oh, well, thank God the Fruit Loops are packaged with, cardboard, because you'd really be in trouble. Mm-hmm. I'm just so happy for you. You see, there are things to be grateful for every single day. Things like that.
Are we going to look back on this show when we're dead and feel really stupid?
Well, I'd rather feel stupid than evil. Right? I mean, if stupid is the worst thing that we were in this life.
I already lay claim to that. So
okay.
Although I do want to tell people that I'm actually not as stupid as I appear.
Have you been worried about that lately?
No. Every once in a while, if I do go back and listen to our show, I think, man, people must think I am the dumbest human in the world.
When you put out...
I know I'm putting that. I know that that's my role that I play here, and that's cool. Kind of, but I also
but see, that's the fascinating thing is you can be a lot of different people. Like, you're a writer, and when you start publishing your books, people will see this whole other side of you, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, there's so much more to this person.
She's dumber than we even
I
thought.
liked her anyway, but now I see that there's so much depth here, and I think that's true with everybody. This is a lesson. This is a life lesson. So
I guess.
Yeah. But I had a tough week. Oh my God, it was such a tough week.
It was bad.
Everybody had bad.
Everyone had a bad week.
I already had bad stuff going on.
Solidarity in bad week.
Yeah, I was mixing all week, and I would do this amazing 8-hour mix in the studio, and I'd be so proud of myself, and then I'd send off an MP3 to my client. and 2 days would go by. And I know, like, if he doesn't get right back to me and say, hey, that's fantastic,
Yeah, I know.
then he
those
doesn't
signals
like
too.
it. And he's thinking, like, how am I going to tell her that I don't like it?
Buying time.
Yeah. So that's what my week was like. But it kind of came to a culmination where there's a little bit of a like, I'm going to have to just put this down. And I had to regain my sense of self-confidence and realize that there's not like one right way to do something artistically. You know, people can have differences, and it doesn't mean either of them is a bad
It's
person.
hard when
It's
you're
just
working
a
for
difference.
someone though, and their opinion about what they want from you is so different than what you can produce.
Yeah.
Hello, Todd.
Oh, here's Todd coming in.
Can I make an announcement?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Christina and Emily. Hey, real quick, Democracy Now! Is coming up, and I didn't want to step on that, but I just wanted to let all our listeners and all your listeners know, I know there are thousands of them out there, that we've made a couple of changes. We were going to have a fund drive this coming week starting tomorrow. We have postponed that fund drive. We know that folks are really kind of had their schedules really discombobulated with the COVID-19 virus. The economy is suffering quite a bit. Not a good time for us to be asking for financial support. We will revisit our fund drive sometime late in the spring, possibly in the summer, and the special party that we're going to have at the Tunbridge Town Hall next Saturday, March 21st, has also been postponed. So we will keep you updated. Check out our website at wfvr.org. And once again, take care of each other. Wash your hands, use those disinfectant wipes, all those safe things to do. Thank you, 11th hour ladies.
You're so welcome. All right, well, cancel my begging for money that I did at the beginning of the show. I mean, if you got it, you could send it to us, but you don't have to.
You could still. We should still become members again. Because I think we let our membership lapse, didn't we?
You'd think.
We probably,
weren't.
I probably bought a case of beer instead of like re-upping my membership to the station. Now, is that right? Is that right?
No.
It's
You're a
bad.
terrible,
I was
terrible
talked about
person.
just being stupid, but I actually was like irresponsible and bad when it came to.
I probably bought a ski pass. We've all got our things.
Yeah, we all have our stuff, man. So,
You know when you like...
oh yeah. Sorry,
No, it's fine, go.
I just looked down at another fantastic thing that I did this week to uplift my spirits when
Okay.
I was like down in the dumps. I took some furniture and I burned it in the driveway. I mean, it's stuff I didn't want, right?
Hell, that makes everyone feel super good.
I-
Just
it really-
drag your sofa out into the yard
Yeah,
and set it
man,
on fire.
I mean, really, it's a pick-me-up. You
would
just
say.
need some matches and some sticks, and I had this. I still had parts of the Christmas tree left. Like I'd cut off all the limbs of the Christmas tree because they were pretty. I wasn't ready to part
Where
with
was
them.
it?
In the woodshed. It was still green. It hadn't turned brown yet, but it was dry enough to start a fire. So I dragged all that stuff out and threw the furniture.
Sweet.
And I spent like hours taking nails and screws out of boards. That's also very therapeutic. So really, there are strategies for coping with personal anxiety, frustration.
I'm going to make butternut bisque tonight because I usually don't have time to make that.
Nice.
And even though it's one of my favorite foods,
Yum.
because it has so much butter in it.
Sounds so
and
good.
squash, and it's just good.
Yeah.
It's such a pain in the butt to peel a damn butternut
Totally.
squash.
know.
You're like hacking at it, and it
Yeah.
comes off in little tiny bits.
Yeah. Do you use
And
a peeler
ain't
or a
nobody
knife?
got time for that.
A peeler or a knife?
I try both. I
Yeah.
always think I try the peeler, and it's just getting these tiny little
Yeah.
patches
But
off.
the
and then I
knife
go for
takes
the
too
knife.
much.
The knife takes too much
Yeah.
of
You
it
can't
goes right
win.
into the
That's a-
meat of the squash.
Yeah.
You
no
know,
win.
I don't think anyone's come up with a really foolproof way to peel a butternut.
Well, actually, we just don't have good peelers. There
Well,
are good peelers.
Actually, my sister Jen, I think, just chops the thing in half, puts it upside down like in a little bit of water, and roasts it for a while, and then you can just scrape all the soft meat out of it, and you don't have to
Oh, yeah.
it.
That's smart, I suppose.
It's totally smart instead of chopping
Yeah.
it into little chunks.
I don't mind the peeling, even if it's hard. I kind of take it as a challenge. Like, I like to make my life as difficult as possible, and that's,
That's part of
that's
it.
a good...
Well, I'm just
kind of-
saying that I feel like I have time. If I have to actually tackle a butternut squash today, I have time to peel that bad boy.
It's like turkeys in the road. You have to slow down.
You don't have to. Some people don't.
Yeah,
Your basic carnivore does not slow down.
Well, people would just like not make squash soup, or just get it already pre-skinned at the Shaw's supermarket instead of getting a nice local organic squash that you can peel yourself.
I just have to use my squash before it goes bad because it's been nicked by the cats a few times, and it's been sitting in the pantry for
nicked by the cats.
A few too many
Those
weeks.
Cats. That's so funny. Trying to think
They
what
are
my
little
cats.
wild men.
Yeah, I don't leave
You
stuff.
have girl cats, and they are probably older, right?
Yeah, they're slowed down.
Even though my cats are like 3 or 4 now, they kind of are like teenage boys. They're brothers, so they just all they want to do is like tussle and race and knock things over.
Yeah.
It's just a different dynamic.
Yeah, it's a
my
different
to
cat
yours.
mindset.
Yeah.
There's so many different cat mindsets, and you have to work with the ones that you have. Mm-hmm. You have to just deal with what you have. You get what you get. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You can't choose what your cat's personalities are going to be like, and once they're there, it's very hard to, if you're somehow in denial about it, you have to face it.
Face the cat music.
Yes, face the cat music. Well, it's just about time to sign off. And we do have a podcast, which this comes out as a podcast
and
if you
thank you
missed
to our
it.
sponsors and underwriters, which, you know what? I thanked them last week, so I feel like I'm off the hook for a while, which is
Yeah, you said it so fast you couldn't even hear like what they were.
Well, you want me to do it again? I'm not touching that,
It's up to you. I'm not forcing you.
I will do it. I just have to think for a second because I'm confused as usual about
We want to thank Safeline. We want to thank Five
Old
Old.
Tavern and Grill,
We want to thank
Howvale Farms,
and Mountain Folk Concert Series.
Oh,
Thank
I
you
think
to
we have
our
4.
sponsors.
That's right.
Yes, so that's good.
Thank
that
you,
was easy.
especially now.
Yeah.
Sponsors are quite necessary for us to be here.
Yes. And you've been listening to Emily Howe
And
on
Christina,
one side of the
and
coronavirus
Christina
debate, and Christina
Stakos over there.
Stakos on the other side. And somehow the twain shall meet.
Yes.
So we'll go out on a track of music called, it's a bunch of fiddle tunes. You can look it up on the podcast if you want the actual fiddle tunes.
And
but
our
this is
podcast you can find at either our website, 11thhourradio.com, or follow us or subscribe to us, on iTunes. No, not iTunes. Apple Podcasts or YouTube or God knows, whatever.
Yeah,
just
iTunes
Google our
too.
name
Yeah.
and you'll find us.
Okay. So thanks for
We love
thanks
you
for
all.
listening.
Have a very blessed week and
feel good.
steer clear
Life is good.
of the crowds.
Just have fun. Okay. See ya.